Thank you for tuning into Devos. Okay, this is Mark chapter 5. Been on this all week long. Now, we've been talking about faith. Now, I know I've been dragging through this healing, but I want to be sure you really get this down because I know there are some people listening to me. You got something big out there. Maybe you're trying to get a job. Maybe you don't make enough money to pay your bills. I'm telling you, years ago, I was tortured with that. You might need to double your income. Maybe you're all alone and you know it's God's will for you to meet someone, or maybe you have an illness, whatever it may be. God will bring it to pass if you believe. Now, look with me here at the first statement. When God wants you to grow, he makes you uncomfortable. So I got to tell you something. We got a lot of really weak, whitewashed, yellow belly, soft believers today. It's kind of shocking. So a problem comes along, and they're on a journey of faith, but they think maybe God is not in this because it's so hard to do. The road is so rough. Well, let me tell you what's rougher, to live in the situation you're in right now. Okay, so yeah, you're going to have to pay a price. Okay, so God works through, he'll make you uncomfortable. The point, you don't want to be where you are anymore. You want to be where God wants you to be. Look at Mark 5:41. So this little girl, remember, this man, ruler of the synagogue, he brings Jesus to his little girl. And people are mocking him. They're laughing because she already died. And Jesus only takes the disciples, those with him that are believers. Doesn't bring in the negative people. You leave those people out. So he says here to this little girl, he says, taking her by the hand, he said to her, Talitha Kumi, which means, little girl, I say to you, arise. Wow. You know, every time I read that, I think to myself, what a joy, what an excitement that would be in any mother and father's heart if they saw their child come back to life. Could you imagine this? And immediately that little girl got up and she began walking, for she was 12 years of age, and they were immediately overcome with amazement. Okay, so we can see this as a miracle. Now, of course, Jesus brings her back to life because he's Jesus, okay? Don't come to me for that. God doesn't heal everybody. I want you to know that. But I'll tell you what he will do. He'll let you know. He'll let you know ahead of time. You pray to him, you ask him, and he will let you know. And that's why then you name it, you claim it, you believe it. You command mountains to get out of your way. You take that little grain of faith that you have, you apply it. God will do miraculous things to what he has shown you. Look, faith sees the invisible, it believes the unbelievable, and it receives the impossible. I like it. Now look with me in 1 John 5:14 and verse 15. Now this is the confidence that we have towards him, that if we ask anything according to his will. Let's just stop right there. Do you hear that? If we ask anything according to his will. So I have these people, they'll come to me, and they'll say, if you have any disease, if you have any problem, and you just believe God will solve it. That is not true. Just so you know. I believe what Jesus said, not what you just said. But I have seen miraculous things happen in my life, other people's lives, because they went to the Lord. I'll tell you what's more unbelievable, that you know what he's going to do before he does it. He'll show you. He's not going to audibly speak to you in most cases, but you'll just know. So if you do that, look here, you ask, and we know that he hears us, and whatever we ask, we know that we will have the request that we ask of him. So it says God's going to answer that prayer. He's going to bring it to pass. Well, this is really exciting. So this is why you want to be close to God. When you get closer to God and you live like, I can't live and eat and breathe, I can't do anything without you. God likes that. He'll show you his will. Wouldn't it be nice to know what was going to happen in the future a little bit? Go after great things. And when you get to heaven, you will be rewarded for all eternity because you walk by faith. So I want you to start that today.